All right, on this last one, the manager of a farmer's market has 500 pounds of grain that cost $1.20 per pound. How many pounds of meal costing 80 cents per pound should be mixed with 500 pounds of grain to produce a mixture that costs $1.05 per pound? All right, so let's break everything down, see what we know. First of all, what type of problem are we looking at? Since it's got dollars in there and we're mixing things together, this is a value mixture, which means we're going to be mixing two things together, and we're going to have a certain amount. We're going to have cost, and then we're going to have the final value of each part or component. Okay, so what are we mixing to come up with these pieces? We are mixing the $1.20 grain. We are mixing with the 0.80 grain to get a mixture. All right, let's plug in what we know. We have 500 pounds of the $1.20. We don't know how much of the 80 cents per pound. We do know that we want a final mixture, right, that combines those together, so the total amount that we're going to have, and I'll write this in blue because it doesn't actually have it in the problem, but that's 500 plus X, right? So how many pounds we add to it is going to be how much we end up with. We also know that the cost of the $1.20 is, of course, $1.20. The cost of the 80 cents one is 80 cents. And the final one we want is to be worth $1.05 per pound. So now we're going to take these two columns and multiply together to get the final column. So 500 times $1.20. I'm plugging that into my calculator, and I get $600 is the value there. If I take these two and multiply them together, this one times this one, I will get 0.80x. And if I multiply these two, I get 1.05 times 500 plus x. So the values have to be equal, so I'm going to use this column like I have before and just add up the first two and set it equal to the bottom. So I have that 600 plus 0.80x will equal 1.05 times 500 plus x. If I distribute this and solve my equation, I get 600 plus 0.80x equals 105 times 500 is 525 plus 1.05x. So I'm going to subtract the 0.80x from both sides, and I'm going to subtract the 525 from both sides. This has gone here, and this has gone here. So now I have 175 equals 1.05 minus 0.80 is 0.25x. So divide both sides by 0.25. Means that x is equal to 175 divided by 0.25, or 700 pounds. So the answer is 700 pounds of $0.80 grain. That's how much we mix. And there we go.